Hi everyone, this is Stasie. On this channel, I'm sharing my experiences with the world of luxury. In this video, I would like to continue my shoe review series with designer sneakers. I already reviewed two classic pairs of Chanel ballerinas, as well as the best quiet luxury designer loafers, Saint Laurent and Laurent. If you've missed them, check them out after this one. Today it's all about the sneakers I own. I have two pairs, Saint Laurent gym sneakers that I bought this year in July, and Hermes bouncing sneakers that I have for about 2 years now. In this video, I will talk about sizing, comfort, styling, and if I recommend them. So let's get started. Starting with my most recent pair, Saint Laurent gym sneakers. I've had them for 5 months. White flat sneakers in a classic shape are one of the most versatile pairs of shoes ever, and I was definitely missing them in my designer wardrobe. They have always been classic white sneakers in the YSL lineup. For example, Court Classic with Saint Laurent in black cursive and black heel detail. Andy, the very minimalist, plain white, slightly wider pair. If we think about a white sneaker, that's how most of us will imagine it. Those sneakers never spoke to me. I've tried all of them in store over the last 2 to 3 years and I always passed. I also considered a few other white sneakers from other brands. Laurent, I like them a lot. They're very comfortable. They are true to size. The only thing I didn't like about this pair is the width. They're quite wide in the front and I think they make your feet look wider and bigger. Prada, I love this model when I saw it online, but when I tried them on in the store, I noticed that the tongue sticks out a lot and they just looked funny to me. Low shoes with a very high tongue. They are very comfortable though, so if the tongue length does not bother you, I can recommend them. And the third pair, Hermes Get. I never tried them on as they're never in stock in boutiques. I think it's a great pair. If you are on Hermes journey, I think that could be an addition to your wardrobe. Gym sneakers are made of white calfskin and they feature a tan rubber sole as well as the front of the shoe. The branding is quite subtle and elegant. Saint Laurent is written on both sides in gold, as well as there is very discreet white on white branding on the tongue. This pair definitely gives off a vintage vibe to me. Sneaker styles are ever changing. There was a period where chunky sneakers were on trend. In the recent couple of years, we have Adidas Samba and Gazelle styles trending. I don't think you can catch up with trends when it comes to designer items. There will always be something new and exciting. So I prefer to stick to more classic shapes and forms. These sneakers can be styled in many ways. Denim, dresses, linen suits. I think you can wear it with the suit even. I think it's a great option for casual and relaxed outfits alike. Now let's talk about sizing. This sizing is so tricky. I don't know if I'm the only person with this problem, but I do struggle with getting the size right. Half size small, half size big, that is my problem. I would say that this is probably because designer brands rarely have all sizes readily available, and when they order shoes, they tend to order one size. At least this was the case for me before. This model was not available in the boutique in my city, so I ordered them in my size, which is 39. They do fit comfortably, but I think my ideal size might be 38.5. I have a bit of space on the back from the sides as well as from the heel. They say that the sneakers should not fit snug and you should have 1 centimeter in front. For some reason, I have that centimeter at the back. If you have an opportunity, I would recommend to order your true size as well as a half size smaller to make sure you get the right size for you. This pair retails for $800 and I would say it's one of the most affordable designer sneakers. Comfort wise, they are very comfortable. There is space on the sides, they're not snug, it's not a narrow fit. Even though they don't have a lot of cushioning, this is a flat shoe, they're still very soft. And even when I compare them to my Laurent Summer Charms, I feel like this pair is softer, or maybe same level of softness as Laurent Summer Charms. Wear and tear, I've only worn them 10-15 times. I'm not a sneaker person, and I always prefer to wear loafers or maybe even ballet flats. Even though I've worn them only a handful of times, I can tell that the wear will be right here with the creases. Even now I have 2 creases on both shoes where the shoelaces start, and also at the toe part. I'm not sure whether the shoes crease because they're half size big for me, or it's just because of the material. I think leather sneakers will always crease. So for these shoes, you have to be comfortable with wear. They will not look like they're brand new. My second pair are these Hermes bouncing sneakers. I've had them for 2 years. This purchase was so random. I walked into the store, I saw 2 pairs of all black bouncing sneakers, full leather, as well as mesh and suede. I asked if there were sizes available. I tried both pairs on. They were in the same size, 38.5, and they fit, and I just walked away with 1 pair. I chose the mesh and suede ones because I live in a hot country, so I thought if I get all leather ones, it will just not fit the climate. And plus they are black. I think black tends to absorb the heat. To this day, I am sometimes questioning myself about this purchase. I'm always the type of person to analyze and think, and all of my spontaneous purchases give me second thoughts from time to time. So why did I buy them? Because with Hermes, there is this subconscious thought that you won't get them in the future. They're very rarely available in the boutique. You can find them in the online store much easier, but again, not all sizes are available. The branding is the signature H on the heels and on the front. These H's come in different colors. In my case, they're all in black. There's also subtle branding on the tongue. There is Hermes written here. These shoes come with 2 pairs of shoelaces, black and white. I initially wore them with black laces, but later swapped to the white ones. I like the contrast, and I think white laces immediately lighten the heavy look of black sneakers. To be honest, if I could choose any pair of bouncing sneakers in store or online, I would probably go for gray or beige. I think they would be more versatile. I have conflicted feelings about black sneakers, but on the other hand, black can match a lot. Maybe I just need to think more about how to style them. Sizing. Again, there is something with me and shoes that I cannot get it right. These are 38.5, and I think ideally they should be 39. They fit quite tight. It's worth mentioning that these sneakers are quite narrow on the front, so I would recommend to get your true size or even size up half a size if you have wider feet. I bought them for $1,030. Now they retail for $1,060, so that's about $30 price increase in the last 2 years. Comfort wise, they're very comfortable. They have great cushioning. These are closer to sporty shoes, so I think you can walk longer in them compared to gym sneakers. This pair won't have the same issue with creasing at the front because of the material. I would imagine the only wear you can get is if you spill something on the mesh, or maybe you ruin the suede somehow. But other than that, I think they will look great if you don't damage them. They should not show wear. And I think they will preserve their condition better compared to Saint Laurent gym sneakers. So which pair I recommend? I would say if I can only keep 1 pair of designer sneakers, I would definitely choose this white Saint Laurent gym sneakers. You can never go wrong with a classic white sneaker, low top, plain white or maybe with some design elements that you like. They will serve you well and they will have a great cost per wear because you can style it so many ways. I know a lot of fans of Hermes bouncing sneakers, and I was actually recommended this pair by someone who has a lot of pairs of Hermes sneakers, and I know that they are loved and they are very popular. They are classic in Hermes lineup. I would say if you are choosing Hermes sneakers, I would probably get the bouncing sneaker as the first pair, as again, it's a classic for the brand. I don't wear them a lot. It's one of my worst cost per wear item because my style is not sporty. The color black also adds to those limited styling moments. So I sometimes have to force myself to wear them, and I don't think they bring me that much joy. I think if they were in light gray color, I would have enjoyed them much more. So what would be my next designer pair? Even though I'm not a sneaker girl, I am constantly monitoring what's available out there on the market, and I think I found a very nice pair that I might add to my wardrobe in 2026. Those are Celine Racer sneakers. I love them. I haven't tried them on. I only saw them online and then in the boutique, and I think they're great. They again give me this vintage style. They have the logo, but it's a triumph and it has that great brand history. So maybe I will add that in the future. So this is my video. Thank you very much for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and comment about your experience with designer sneakers. Let me know if you recommend a specific pair. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.